guys, it's Alexandria Grace. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, then please don't forget to subscribe. Apologies in advance for the dodgy lighting. The sun is shining in all sorts of different directions and it is ridiculously hot. This video again is sponsored by the lovely people at nurses.co.uk who have a great blog written for nurses, by nurses, and have a lot of job opportunities on their site, so I will link all the information down below. As mentioned in my video about maximising productivity, I mentioned that I had a Q&A up on my Instagram story which a lot of you responded to, which I was really happy about. So this is going to be just me answering those questions as a student nurse to kind of give people more insight into what I do and to questions that people have had for me about nursing and other things like that. So without further ado, let me just get straight into it. The first question is there any speciality which takes your interest? For a while it has always been neonates and working in a neonatal unit. That's where I did my work experience, which I've spoken a lot about before. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to go into nursing, because I was so interested in neonates and like just love working with newborns. But I'm not entirely sure. I think that might have changed now because obviously through placement I worked with kids of all ages, so I'm not 100% sure. I like working with kind of all ages, to be honest, and I don't have enough placement experience to really see what niche I like the most, or even if I want to work in a hospital. So I guess I think my specific interest will probably develop more as I get into like third year, I would say. How difficult is A&P, so anatomy and physiology? Is it really intense? I think it depends on the person. I think if you are someone that has a biology background, or even if that's just doing well in your GCSE, if you did A-level, if you have good science knowledge, or even if you just prepare very well for starting nursing school and kind of brushing up on your anatomy knowledge, then you won't find it that bad. Personally, I think it just takes practice to kind of keep it in your head. I wouldn't necessarily say it's intense. I would say it's a lot of knowledge. I think that's all I could really say. It's a lot of knowledge, but it is easy to get through if you work hard at it. I would definitely say there are other modules, especially pharmacology, that are way more difficult, but no, I wouldn't say it's that intense. It just takes a lot of practice to kind of get it in your head. What is one thing you would change in how you were taught nursing in first year? I'm not really sure that I would change anything. Obviously, if Corona never happened, I would have had more placement experience, which would have been ideal, and that would have been the plan anyway. But I don't think I would really change anything. I think maybe just if I had more time off to revise and study, because I think it's very full on. It's always one thing after the other, so sometimes you don't really get the time to just sit down and actually take in what you're learning. So maybe having more free time to actually do that would have been more ideal. Student lifestyle difference compared to other degrees. I don't think it's that different. I think the only thing is, as nursing students we get shorter holidays, and with doing like half placement, half like lectures and stuff like that, it is quite hectic in that sense. Like if you're someone who likes nightlife and likes going out all the time, you probably won't be able to do that as much as your friends on other courses, but it doesn't hinder you from doing that. Like you can still do it, you just have to learn how to manage your time better because you're going to be busier than the average uni student. It's not that bad, it's just learning how to manage your time. You just have to learn how to balance it. Drop the skincare routine. I will do that at some point probably, but thank you. I'm taking that as a compliment that you want to know my skin routine. As you live at home, is it difficult commuting every day to uni? I wouldn't say it's difficult because I've always commuted. Like I commuted to sixth form, so for the past 3 years of my life I've been commuting into central London every day. So for me it's kind of like second nature, but it is stressful because obviously I have to wake up a lot earlier than my friends who live in student accommodation, which is annoying, and obviously you have delays and trains that are cancelled and just busy. It's all just very busy and gross. So it's not ideal, it's not the best way to start your morning because it can be quite stressful, but it saves me a lot of money. Even though it's expensive, it's way cheaper than living in accommodation, so I don't mind it. Can you talk about your placement, like a day in the placement? I already have a video on that, like a day in my life on placement video that you can check out on my channel. It's actually one of my first videos. I'm going to be doing more of those kind of vloggy type videos when I actually go back onto placement, because obviously I've had months of not being in the hospital, so I haven't had any of that content to share, but that will be coming soon. Why did you choose nursing? My other video with nurses.co.uk shows why I chose to do children's nursing, explain in detail all about that. So if you want to know that in detail, then go and watch that video. Did you found in the beginning at uni when you started children's nursing? I think you mean how did you find it at the beginning? It was quite, I think I was a little bit nervous, obviously, because going into a whole new institution with a whole new load of people, it was quite, you know, I didn't really know what to expect. But everyone was so nice, like all the staff, like the teachers, the lecturers, students as well, like everyone that I've made friends with and had to work with is so lovely. So it never felt like a hardship. So I think I was quite lucky. I think that's what you get with all nursing cohorts, like everyone is just naturally so nice. It was a big change from what I was used to doing at sixth form, but no, I didn't really have a problem or anything. What college did you go to and what did you study? So I've mentioned my educational background before. So I went to Harris Westminster Sixth Form, which is a selective sixth form in central London. That's why I'm used to commuting. I went there for 2 years and I did A-level politics. I did A-level biology, but I dropped it in year 12 for reasons that I've mentioned in other videos. And I did pre-U Spanish and pre-U English literature, which is basically like a more complicated version of A-levels. And I also did an EPQ. How is uni going? Uni is obviously very different at the moment. I'm on my summer break at the moment, but it's hard doing kind of lectures and teaching yourself online, but I think all of us have slowly got used to it, even though it's not ideal at all. It's just something, it's going to be the new norm now, so it's just got to be something we're going to have to deal with. I'm going to have a clinical session in September, and then I'm going to go back into placement, so I can't wait to do that, to actually be on the job and refresh my memory and kind of learn more skills and kind of practice my old skills. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Did you have time to socialise with your friends outside your studies in the first year? Yeah, so I did manage to make friends that aren't on my course. I met quite a lot of people through the ACS, Afro-Caribbean Society, in my uni. So I met a lot of people that did a lot of different courses. Yeah, it is easy. You meet people at events, you meet people all over the place. I think you probably meet the most people during Freshers Week. It doesn't necessarily have to be in like a club or in some sort of like nightlife event. Like you can really meet people anywhere and everywhere on campus. So yeah, I had time to kind of like chat to and like hang out with people that aren't on my course. But obviously it is hard when you're doing different courses to kind of find the time to come together, because you're obviously all doing completely different things, but it is doable. Sorry about the lighting going a bit all over the place because of the sun and my ring light. But yeah, that is the end of all of the questions. If anyone has any more questions, don't hesitate to ask me, or just refer to any of my other videos if you haven't watched them. Especially the other video I did with nurses.co.uk, because that explains a lot more about my educational background, which a lot of people were curious about. But yeah, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.